Hey there, I am Ina, Speak Simply Malekish, and this is my channel, and I enjoy sharing with you about sex, relationship, intimacy, and spirituality one bite at a time. And today I'm going to be speaking about "All the world is a stage," a very famous Shakespearean quote. Now, when I first realized that I was living in a relationship and that it was a stage, my husband and I were we were going through a challenging year. And he would come home from work and, like the big bad wolf, he'd huff and puff. And I used to get really upset. I would, it's called codependency. I would wonder, what did I do wrong? Is there anything I could do to make it better? And we were starting to do counseling to try and help us navigate this. And I started realizing that I was at the effect of him, even though I had a wonderful day. There's no reason for me to be upset. So when I finally kind of saw that he entered the stage, and one evening, early evening, when he came home and he huffed and he puffed, and I just looked at him, and he huffed a little bit more, and I just looked at him, and he looked at me kind of funny, and he said, "This isn't working anymore, is it?" And I went, "Nope." He actually said that. "This isn't working anymore." That was so affirming for me. And he said, "Okay." And I said, "Yeah, actually, I'm kind of laughing inside now that I see, what the game is." And things proceeded from there. It got better until it was very clear that it was just time for us to go our separate ways. And we did so very peacefully and respectfully. And that's one of the things I do in counseling. If you decide as a couple that the relationship is over, I help you separate with as much dignity, respect, and even love as how you came together. Please don't wait too long to make that decision. So this is the month of February. It's Valentine's, and here I'm talking about how to divorce or separate respectfully, and that all the world's a stage. And that's very important. You may have a belief that we marry once and we're supposed to marry for our life. That is one set of religious concepts, and they're pretty worldwide acceptable. And then there's a whole nother concept, and that is, how was marriage first started? In what era? And we can say it was the Roman times when marriage actually became an institution for the purpose of taxation. Really had nothing to do with love and spirituality. And during slave times, people would jump over a stick, as a representation of another phase of their life. Whatever your choice is, to be monogamous or to be in an open relationship, if you are having problems, the time to come to me or to a marriage sex counselor is before you hate each other and before you're ready to separate. And with it being Valentine's month, I would like to invite you not to just deal with it as another day for Hallmark to make more money selling cards. And, you go out and buy a box of chocolates in all the stores. They're all over the place. If you're going to buy chocolates, we don't need chocolates, especially the older we get. It goes straight to our hips. Men, it goes straight to your belly. If you're going to buy dark chocolate, 70% or more. The idea of acknowledging a month where we can express our love. First we want to express our love for ourselves. Self-appreciation, self-acknowledgement of what you have accomplished over this last year and a half with what we've been dealing with. Possibly you've lost some dear ones to COVID. Politically, everything that's been going on and how it's impacted your family, your children, yourself. So in this month, can you dedicate it to an expression of loving others, to an expression of caring for others? Can you express respect in your voice? Can you, if you start feeling yourself getting upset, a little red flag comes up in me, and I'll say, I need to take a time out. I'm not ready to enter this conversation, or I'm not, if I'm at work or if I'm in a group of people, I'll excuse myself, go to the bathroom, wash my face, I'll take a breath, I'll pray. You are responsible for your well-being, for your being happy in life. When I turned 60, I made a decision and I said a prayer. from this point on, no matter what happens, I am going to choose to be happy. I might be unhappy for a short time and then I catch it and I'll self-correct. If I am sick, I'm not talking about I'm jumping up and down for joy. I'm talking about an inner happiness, a calm, a joy. I'm alive. The sun rises every morning. It sets every night. Seeing the beauty of the stars, seeing the trees out my back window, the things that really make me happy. Helping others. I love the counseling that I do. It makes me so happy to know that something I've said is helping them improve their life. So what I'm inviting you to do in this month is to treat it differently, just kind of like Christmas. During the holidays, it's the lights are put on the houses. We connect more to the light. We can call it the Christ light, or if you're Jewish, it's the lighting of the candles. No matter what time of the year it is, we can dedicate it as a time for us to be more connected to Spirit, to recognize the beauty of the light when the sun rises. When the grandfather's sun peeks his head up and you just see the top of his head until he fills the sky. And when you see Sister Moon in the sky, how beautiful she is. When you look at the stars, just go outside and look at the sunset. Look at the stars. These are the things that bring joy to you. You don't have to be in relationship. You don't have to be married. You don't have to have kids. You can be single. You can have all the above. Introduce them in this month to ways that they can experience beauty and strength and maybe more benevolent compassion. Not just compassion, but to actually have benevolent compassion for those around you, for those who may be struggling. Perhaps just a compliment or a word. Maybe you have a bouquet of flowers that you're bringing home to your husband or your wife. Men like flowers too, And maybe you pull one flower out and you give it to somebody. This is a time for us to be healing ourselves and to reset ourselves in this month, and to allow yourself, maybe don't buy a card, maybe write a beautiful poem or write how much you love your children and give that to your children or your parents if they're still alive. If they're not, their spirits can still hear you. I invite you to just let everything unfold, whatever is still unfolding, let it unfold, and you live your life getting up every morning with a sense of joy, a sense of inner peace, a sense of knowing over the long haul it will all work itself out, and we will be living in the glow of this planet, like just shouting for joy. Just imagine this planet, and we are all so happy that we're emanating light just coming off of the planet itself. Yeah, I know it's kind of metaphysical, it's kind of woo-woo stuff, but imagination, I imagine a new nation. Imagination is very powerful, and watch out what you ask for, what you imagine, you might get it. Let's imagine the very best possible. Thank you for watching. And by the way, I would really appreciate it if you would like the videos, share them with your friends. You could subscribe to me. You can also contact me right here on where you're watching this video, if it's on YouTube or one of my other channels. And I do see individuals and couples, and it could be remote or in office. Just contact me. Thank you for your time and blessings.